Good afternoon, students. Near or far? We're continuing with the course compensation management, the very tough issue. Theoretically, it's so easy thing, but practically, it's quite tough. And obviously it's a challenging issue, not only for the farm point of view, the industrial sector point of view, also from the government level, government point of view, countrywide. This is where we are discussing about job evaluation. Today I'd like to discuss about the 2 points, that is survey of manager satisfaction and job satisfaction level in Bangladesh. All these matters are very theoretical in nature, but though there is a huge gap between theory and practice, but we can't ignore theory or go through books. Some points are here very important, which may help us or lead us to take the right and authentic decision. However, even then, when it started, I'd like to mention that is in the year 1871, the concept of job evaluation, it was taken under consideration or into U.S. Civil Service Commission. And after then, F.W. Taylor, it took the matter into consideration and we will describe in detail about the scientific management. So, I'd like to mention again, the ILO concept, ILO defined as job evaluation, that is, it may be defined as an attempt to determine and compare the demands which normal performance a particular job makes on normal workers without taking account of the individual abilities and performance of the workers concerned. From International Briefing, here says job evaluation is an attempt to assess the worth of each job relative to others' job comparison. Like this way, Gary and Tesla, the mentioned job evaluation is aimed at determining a job's worth. It's a formal and systematic comparison of jobs to determine the worth of one job relative to another, and eventually results in a wage of salary hierarchy. Yeah. So let's go through the discussion of the 2 questions. Manager satisfaction, yes, manager needs to be satisfied when he is running an organization. He himself needs to be satisfied first in which position he is holding and what status, what benefits, what physical and social benefits he is enjoying, his motivation, financial, non-financial, both. All these things and how his company, his organization is going on. He needs to be satisfied about his own performance. How far? That's the question, and very important question. Side by side, not only he needs to be satisfied about himself, he has to be satisfied with the performance of the workers and employees of the organization. At the same time, junior level and mid-level workers and employees, the mid-level managers of the organization. This is a very important thing. To be satisfied what he needs a pinpoint information and messages and comparative and a statement where he can very clearly understand past, present and prospect of future. These are the very important things. If the manager is satisfied with all this performance, then he can go for the further developmental effort and proceed onward. That is the important thing. If there is a huge deviation, then he should have to take and he should have to talk to his higher authority for further, for reforming or redesigning the total project itself. Anyway, there is a question from the side of the manager. Manager needs to be satisfied, manager needs to understand the pinpoint problems, and understanding the pinpoint problems, then he will have to go for the rectification and holding the right measures. Then all these things are very much also constant too. The responsibility, liability, risks, empowerment. All these things are very important things. Someone is responsible for a certain job, but he is not that much level empowered. Can he run his program? No. That has been quite tough on his side. Exceptional guys are there maybe, but exception is not under our consideration. So managers have to think, have to find out the right problem and solution. Then, nature of the job, yes, what is the nature of the job? It should be clearly explained and expressed. If the nature of the job is tough and critical in nature, then the trained persons must be appointed there. If not so, the total system will be haphazard in manner. Then risks, yes, nowadays risks is becoming more fastest. 50 years before, when the manufacturing system was semi-mechanized, basically manual based. In that time, the job nature was almost same for longer version, for the 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, almost the same way of functioning, prevailing. But now, what's going on now? The same thing is not continuing and prevailing in the manufacturing sector or even the service sector. Skill, efficiency, technical knowledge, technology, transfer of technology, all these things are becoming very critical. And at the same time, the manufacturing system is now concerned and connected with the virtual world also. In this situation, all the things are becoming very tough. To overcome this problem, what we need? We need a very highly skilled manager, those who can perform and function, those who can run the organization very smoothly and skillfully. Accordingly, they need sufficient training. They need sufficient their intellect, brain, so that they can define their job nature and then can proceed in accordance with. So, risks and environment, yes, environment is very much concerned. Environment is changing all the time. Yeah, nowadays, technological change, that is also creating a tremendous change or pressuring the total decision-making system and its implementation. At the same time, political environment, natural environment, natural havoc, calamities, all these things are coming recurringly. This is a very great problem. Natural imbalance is, we can mention this. The short of the problems is basically highly affected in Bangladesh and the coastal areas worldwide. Few years before, there was a huge damaging in the Japan, some islands area where the huge investment of the Japanese government did. So the matters, also some other things have to be taken under consideration. That is the physio-mental balance and maturity and the right arrangement of consolation. Now, anyway, then the job satisfaction levels in Bangladesh. It's a very important thing. We are now marching and we are now developing with the trade, commerce and industrial sector. Our agriculture is rich. Okay, we are now proceeding towards the sophisticated technology-based manufacturing system. Our different economic zones, especially economic zones, are very much comprised with the high-tech, even high-tech, simply not manual labor. Some laborers and workers are there needed. But actually, the country like investors from Japan, they are with high-tech based. Investors from China also from high-tech based. Investors from the South Korea also high-tech based. German high-tech based. Like this, the US, all investors are also high-tech based. And the Middle East country investors, they're investing here in this country, but their tendency is to finance, basically, to finance. So, in recent, what's going on? Saudi Arabia is very much interested to invest in the project, of Lalmonirhat for aeronautical and space engineering university and its relevant practical units, which can overhaul the aircraft's engine and at the same time can manufacture or can assemble war aircrafts. So there is a huge investment we expect from the Saudi Arabia. Like this way, so many Arabian countries, they are very much interested to invest their money here or in the industrial sector or in the banking sector or financial or leasing companies. Say for the Qatar. This is very nice thing. Anyway, even then, there is a question of the satisfaction level, how far the workers, employees, personnel, or the managers are satisfied when they are working in their organization. Number one, the government organization. Yes, each and every one, the employees, the workers are the employees, those who are working in their service life, they are very much interested and inclined to join in the government service because this confirms their security. No jobless atmosphere. Yes, someone is getting a job in the government organization. Then they are lifelong, yes, up to his retirement life, say for the 59 years age. He is to work here. And he will continue his service up to 59. And even government can increase service life, length of service, then they will enjoy the more. And each and every year their increment, 5% increment of salary. Yes, this is also very charming. After the retirement, the government workers, employees, personnel, officers, they can get a huge amount of money as the provident fund, gratuity, or by selling their, selling, what to say. Anyway, so they are enjoying these things. Pension, yes. The lifelong, till death, the gentleman worked in a government organization. After his retirement, he can enjoy lifelong pension benefits. So everybody is interested. Even the father of the daughters or mother of the daughters are very much interested to settle their daughter's marriage to a government service holder because this is very much secured. This assures the lifelong security of earning. Anyway, at the same time, when there is a question of change of a scale, salary scale, then the first time the government organizations are benefited and they are enjoying the higher salary scale or revised salary scale. Very interesting. Then private organizations are very competitive in nature. Really, in fact, the government organizations and government system, pastorals and officers are enjoying use their service life, their increment trend, their secure payment, their pension service facilities. There are otherwise so many facilities are there, say for the housing facilities, housing support backup, or government sometimes arranging and giving and providing the landed area for housing, for apartment facilities, all these things. So, but which is not possible by the non-government private organizations. Private organizations can provide, if they are earning a huge profit, if they are enjoying huge profit, then they can support or can provide an additional allowance to their workers and employees. But if the individual's service is not satisfactory at much level, then he can be sacked or terminated from that organization. That is the important thing. Then, so private organizations are, if the organizations are very sound in nature, the earning huge amount of money as profit each and every year, so they can provide the additional bonus and allowance, but it doesn't ensure the lifelong security of that employee. Because we are doing well business this year, so we are giving you the handsome bonus. Yes, but there may be a chance of deviation in the next year because of multivariate reasons. In that point, which may happen. Yeah, the company may not give that much level dividend or that much right way salary or increment that they can't maintain. So this is sometimes very much risky. Say for now the worldwide prevailing pandemic situation, not only in Bangladesh but worldwide. We just see this very moment, thousands of private organizations are just stopped. They can't pay salaries, wages, and financial benefits to their workers, employees, even the senior level management. To mitigate the crisis and challenges, company has to maintain the reserve fund, and during the crisis hour, from this reserve fund, the companies can pay or regularize their salaries and wages. But anyway, and then, so the matter is quite tough from the side of the private organizations when they are facing some uneven problems and situations. Then the foreign organizations, the small guys are very much interested and inclined to join or get a job in a foreign organization. Yes, foreign organizations are very charming and very nice. Their salary package is handsome. Their owners, their management is very nice and well behaved in nature. But actually, to work in a certain foreign organization is a very quite hard and diligent, hard working. Matter is not easy. But there is a smart chance of changing job. Yes, if someone is working in a smart organization, the foreign organization, 6 months or 7 months or even 1 year after, he can throw an application to that organization to transfer his job from this organization to that organization. Right. Then the joint venture organization. Foreign organization is the best likely for the young and smart guys. And the second phase is the joint venture organizations. Joint venture organizations are the one jointly organizing a certain business unit or service unit here in the country. And what the profit is coming out from them, and there is a certain sharing of that profit. But the workers and employees, what is the issue of the workers and employees? Workers and employees are personals, even the managers of that organizations. They do like it, but they are very much cautious. Yes, they can't. This organization can't assure them their lifelong service. So what to do? The organization needs to settle its activities and performance in the right way, and so that the workers and employees will be interested of performing their duties and responsibilities here and all these things. And so from this point of view, the joint venture, yes, two very smart teachers are coming, Professor Farhad Hossain and Professor Alomia, very smart and graduate teachers. Students, you look, and they are very much regular and delivering their lectures here in this institution, and very devastating, very nice and well performing. If it's not going on, then we'll have to think in the new way. But anyway, this is the situation prevailing in the joint venture organizations, and so we need to, our employees, personals are at much level, a little bit they are satisfied. But during pandemic situation, these organizations are facing tremendous problems. Okay? So anyway, students, keep yourself inside your house and keep safe and carry on your academic system, maintaining the right track, and learn English, Japanese, Chinese, and vocational courses to have a job in this organization, joint venture organization. Thank you very much. Best of luck.